I'd like to give a brief tour of what's new in Oovium version 1.1.3. Most of the new features involve the grid bub. I ripped out all of the code from the old grid bub and started from scratch in order to both improve the graphics rendering of it and also the usability of it, make it less sluggish and less clunky. So along those lines, in order to edit a header, edit a column, I can just tap on its header, and that will move me directly to that header. I can kind of just tap and it will automatically switch which column I'm working on. In order to edit the header, I can double tap on it. And as before, I can click the column bub in order to specify the equation of a given column. Now, previously, in order to move columns and rows or edit or delete columns and rows, you had to click this tab in the upper left-hand corner, which puts you into exposed mode. Currently, this tab doesn't do anything. I'm going to add functionality back to it, so I left it there for now. But you can move columns and rows simply by anchor dragging them. And the rows you anchor drag on this lefter. You can see that I've added a new column with the row numbers in it, and this little widget I'm calling the lefter. And so, in order to move the rows, you just anchor drag on the lefter. Now, when you go into Edit to Cell, there's a new tab on the bottom right-hand corner, this Equal tab. If you leave it in this diagonal position, when you hit equals, it'll just close like it does normally. However, alternatively, you can put it to the down position. Then when you hit equals, it will move down one cell. Or you can put it in the right position and then it will move across. Another major change to this version is the addition of the new string data type. You can see on the main keypad there is a quote key, and when I hit it, it'll bring up a keyboard. I'll now be able to type in strings into the grid bub finally. I've also added support for external keyboard. Let me turn it on right here. And then, when used in conjunction with this new Equal tab, can allow for quite fast data entry. in order to delete columns, you can see there's a new delete button on the column editor. And for rows, I can select the lefter and delete it that way. And that is the new grid bub. Now those strings can be input into normal instance bubs also. And you can use the addition operator in order to glue strings together. You can also glue a string and a number together. There's also been added a new function lexicon. You can get to it by going to the Mist tab and then clicking the Lex button. And it brings up this list of all of the operators and functions available within Oovium. If you tap on it, it'll give you lists of the valid input parameters and the output parameter data types, and it'll have a small description on how to use it and what it does. There's a little filter here that can give you a subset of all of the functions. There's also been a new random function added. In order to insert it into your expression, double tap, and this will give you a random number between 0 and n-1. So we can use it to create dice. I've also added, you can see here, 3 new operators: the not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And then on the lexicon, added the new secant, cosecant, cotangent functions. I also moved the dot product exclusively to the lexicon, as well as the absolute value function. And that is the new functions and features of Oovium 1.1.3.